Hey everybody, this is Derek. It is Friday the 11th of December 2009. And in this video I'm going to review the first documentary made by Jesse Ventura. And this is on HAARP, as he has a show called Conspiracy Theories. The link to the documentary is in the more info. Alrighty then, I got this hoodie on and I got my hood up because every time I've been going outside over the last few days, I have needed it. This is a form of protection against the cold, the wind, the snow. It's not snowing right now, but it is still windy. And I'm kind of wondering how much of this extra intensity that is coming with the storms has to deal with HAARP itself. I learned a heck of a lot from this documentary today. As Jesse Ventura, if you're watching this, dude, thank you so much for joining the revolution. You wrote the book, Don't Start the Revolution Without Me. Well, you're in it. It started. Let's get as many other people to join this revolution along, whatever it is you can do. But moving on towards this HAARP, thank you so much, and I look forward to the next 9 on the series. And they wouldn't let Jesse Ventura into HAARP. They had double security for entry, and this is in the middle of nowhere. And if there was nothing too secretive about it, and everything was just so fine with it, then why would you deny someone whom has been in the Navy, within the military, and is a former politician as a Minnesota governor? It's so fit. I mean, it just makes logical sense that there's something up with it. And this technology that it has can make significant changes because of how powerful it is. People are wondering about weapons of mass destruction. And former President Bush said, we're going to find it, but we didn't. Folks, the weapons of mass destruction seems to be north of Anchorage, Alaska. It's where it is. It can do a lot of damage. They even talk about its mind control that it has upon people and the powerfulness that it can do. They did some small tests with Jesse as he was visiting someone who's been doing a lot of research upon it, and it just seems to be a little fishy. And when we get these things that are called conspiracy theories, I don't like that name theory. And some people say, well, use conspiracy fact. And I don't like that either. I like conspiracy evidence. Evidence. I don't look for proof for things, although if I can find it, that is great. I look for probability evidence. If I find probability evidence that something is 60% accurate for one way or the other, it's not that accurate. Sort of like with what happened in Norway a few days ago. We had these things come up in the sky. We don't know what it is. It could be a UFO. It could be something man-made. I have no idea, so I'm just going to but not talk much about it until I can find some good evidence to lead me to one side or the other. And with this HAARP, the evidence is really pointing out that it can do some dangerous things. And we look at past occurrences, like the biggest one being Hurricane Katrina. I kind of wonder what might have been done back in 2005, I think it was. It might have been 4, but I think it was 2005. That could have set all this to be. They said they could do stuff like make, like where there's a lot of droughts in the world, they can give it more rain. Where you get extra rain, they can reduce it. And this gives me a double-edged sword in the way that I think, because one, you want to do stuff that works positive towards people. So if something like this could be used for the positivity, great, but it just seems that it's probably not. And the double-edged sword is, why don't we just let nature run its course? To me, I think that seems like the most viable thing to do. the more that we try to interrupt with it, I mean, I just don't see that as a positive thing. Maybe interrupting with nature might be positive. I just don't see much evidence towards that being the case. And there's going to be a lot more of these conspiracy theory documentaries. He mentioned before on Larry King Live he was going to do 10, and they were all referring to this decade. So I'm going to be very interested to see the next 9, but I did learn a lot from this particular documentary. It seems to be a lot more serious than I thought it was, because I didn't understand its magnitude of power that it really had. So thank you all for watching. Peace out.